U.S. soccer fans, rejoice. Sunil Gulati, no more. Welcome back to Corner Sports. I'm Albert Asnivor, and in this video, I'll be talking about U.S. national soccer team and the federation. Sunil Gulati, who is the president since 2006, just announced that he will not run for re-election, meaning that he's opening up the door for others to step in, and this is amazing. All of our prayers have been answered, but let's talk about it. ESPN just published a report from Sunil himself stating that he spoke to people around him, he considered his options, and he decided against it. But one of the funny things that I thought was really odd is he asked his friends and people around him whether or not he should stay in his job, and everybody encouraged him and told him to keep his position, but he decided against him. What a noble man he is. He also took responsibility for the team's failure to qualify for the World Cup in Russia, and yes, you are the reason why this team failed. He is the man that brought Jurgen Klinsmann in with that failed experiment, as well as bringing Bruce Arenas in instead of bringing someone fresh in who can motivate the boys. Now, there's no denying that during his time as president, this team saw an immense increase, not only in domestic soccer, but internationally as well. The brand grew, MLS grew, the national team grew, we got better, younger players, amazing things happened, but all amazing stories must come to an end. And with this current wave of young players bursting into the team that all play in Europe, players like Bobby Wood, Fabian Johnson, DeAndre Yedlin, John Brooks, Pulisic, for crying out, all of these players will be there for Qatar in 2022, and what we need in 2022 more than we need these young players is great leadership, and great leadership starts at the top with the president of the federation. These players that I'm mentioning are thriving in Europe, in Bundesliga, in Premier League. They're playing in European competitions, in prestigious cup competitions that they're playing actually really well in. So when we look at our core, our young core, there is something to be optimistic about. But I don't want to see someone like Carlos Cordero take over the position who's the current vice president. I want to see some fresh blood. On his way out, Sunil put his backing behind Kathy Carter, and don't get me wrong, what she's done in the marketing department, the MLS brand has grown immensely, the national team brand has grown immensely. I'm not interested in growing our brand. I'm interested in putting performances in and showing that we can grow talent that's going to dominate the world stage, both domestically, internationally, and everywhere. I want our players to be dominant. Quite like they're dominant in the NBA and all the other sports, I want our soccer players to grow, and that starts with implementing better systems to allow our young players to grow. And I don't think Kathy Carter is the woman for the job. Her marketing strategies have been amazing. What she's done with that department, impeccable. But marketing is not what's important to me. What's important is the football. And football comes if we can shake up the entire federation. Someone who is not part of this old regime and is going to do something new and different and going to rejuvenate these players and bring in a coach who can manage this team and give it a philosophy that's going to continue on for generations. I want that to happen with this team. Be on the lookout, because the nominations will happen on December the 13th, and on February the 10th is when the actual president will be elected. So until then, Gulati technically is still the president, but what matters is that February 10th date. And I want you to leave your comments below and let me know who you want to be the president. I'm of the opinion, and it's so unfortunate that he withdrew his name from the running, but Landon Donovan would have been the perfect president for our soccer future. Man's got the diplomatic way of behaving. He knows the international soccer community. He knows the game domestically, second to none. And he would have been a perfect replacement and that slide into the future, especially with the 2022 World Cup looming. But unfortunately, he withdrew his name from the running, and I want you to tell me who you want to be the president below. And also let me know why, because this is a position that we cannot take lightly. I think it's important to also recognize that there are other established great soccer nations like Italy, like Netherlands, like Chile, who did not qualify for this tournament. And we're not alone in this, but they will also be going through transitions. And it's important that we throw ourselves ahead of those teams who are already so established. We need to be ahead of the game. And to be ahead of the game, we cannot stick with the previous regime. We need to try new things. If we try new things with our core of youngsters, we can change the game, how it's viewed domestically and how the U.S. national team is viewed internationally as well. So I'm begging you, if anyone is watching this from the Federation, please do not stick with the old regime. Change things up. Let's shake it up. Let's see what we can do. Appoint a coach who's new and is not Bruce Arenas, for crying out loud, or Jurgen Klinsmann. Thank you so much for coming back to Corner Sports. Go ahead and leave me your comments below. Let me know what you think about this. Who do you want to be the president? Go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.